Oh, give it a minute while everything sets up. Okay, and we are live. What's up, my friends? Good to see ya.
Greetings and well met.
Yep. I'm here with Met today. Oh, god dang it, I just realized that.
You're
welcome. Warning to those who dare approach. You guys have to listen to me crinkle plastic and eat while
We're both. We decided that while we're both having dinner, that we are going to end up geeking out a little bit and working on some world building together.
We're working on a D&D campaign, so we're just building the world from scratch.
Exactly. Now, the fun thing for people who have not gotten into world building before is that it can be as shallow or deep as one chooses. For a good chunk of people, when they world build a little bit with Dungeons and Dragons, they'll take normal suggestions like the Greyhawk deities, or work straight out of Pathfinder and just work off of what they what is provided in the book, with a very small
and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's perfectly good. At the same time, if you want to go down the rabbit hole, there's a lot of things that you can do. The simplest version being designing your own maps, which is fun, and we will get into later on. However, we're going to be going
way
down the rabbit hole, to the point that we're going to be crunching some serious numbers. Now,
that's right, guys. We're gonna be building our own freaking universe here. We gonna have star maps.
Exactly. And on that regard, we are going to be building the solar system. And while we might not get around to it today, depending on how distracted we get,
because I know us.
We will get distracted, hands down. But the main focus will be having fun, working on creating something together. And as a foremost, I want to thank Artifexian. Now, I am horrible with math. I will straight out say this. But Artifexian has a huge number of videos regarding world building. And this goes all the way back to conlang, constructed languages, and building your own solar system and planets.
Yep.
And best part, not good at math, perfectly good. He has all the equations.
He has all the formulas lined out for you.
And he also explains, to the best of his ability, why things are as they are.
Without, going too deep into it. He's not telling you the proofs or anything. He's just telling you why the math is that way.
Exactly. And it's not dry. Artifexian is an extremely fun individual, and I would recommend him to basically anyone, even if you're not intending on doing a deep rabbit hole dive like me and Tavi are.
Yeah, seriously, go check him out. I've been listening to a couple of his things today, and just wow. A few other channels that I would recommend as well is Hello Future Me. He's got some great world building stuff in there.
He's also got a couple books out, if I remember correctly.
He does. He's got everything from world building to just writing in general. I know there's quite a few others. My mom usually watches those ones, and I'll have to get the names from them the next time we start this up. Because, don't get me wrong, we will be doing more of this.
Exactly. Heck, we're probably not even going to start scratching the surface tonight.
Oh yeah, we're going to be setting up solar systems, maybe.
Likely at least a solar system.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And then from there, we might decide that we're going to go farther.
we're really only worried about one solar system, so I
This is
figure
truth.
we're gonna stick to the one solar system, and then we'll just figure out, what it looks like when they look up at the stars.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, working our way up, we're going to start off with a star, go into the actual construction of the planet itself. Then we're going to start. Then we're going to work on orbits. Yes, it is that detailed at times.
Yep.
But once we get done with the hard math, the current intention is for us to start on the world itself. Yeah, we know what the world is comprised of, but that doesn't tell us anything about the land masses.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to end up having some fun uh, putting together a planet using plate tectonics and some learning of different regions, whether it be tropical, figuring out what type of forests there are, what type of deserts there are, water shadows, whole 9 yards.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And
And that'll
this is the
inform.
fun.
That'll
My
inform.
apologies. Go
No,
ahead.
oh no, you're fine. Um, that'll inform where we put our cities and towns and the like. It'll inform how the culture starts and builds.
It'll also inform us about what sort of deities are prominent,
Mm-hmm. If they have, it's for instance, if they're more of a desert people, then a rain deity is going to be really important.
or a water deity as a general whole is going to
Mm-hmm.
be important. Um, this is going to be a trek, and I hope you are willing to deal with our shenanigans, put up with our shenanigans long enough that we can see this through to the end.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, we
The
will be taking some breaks
yes,
because
yes, we will.
math is hard and our heads hurt.
Yes, yes. But on top of that, the culmination, the capstone of all this is a D&D idea that Tavi and I have been bouncing back and forth,
Which
and
we're
Tavi
not going
wants
to
to
tell
run.
you. We're not going to tell you that one here. Um, Hopefully, we will get into that at a
At
very
another
much
point.
later stream.
Hmm.
Um, and that will be the cutoff for basically anyone who is interested in it to leave.
Yep. And at that point, if people are interested, if they've gone through the streams long enough,
Mm-hmm.
Tavi is wanting to run this.
Mm-hmm.
Tavi's not done D&D dungeon mastering before, and I thought I could help out and we could have some fun along the way.
Yep, yep, yep. We can have a bit of fun. Now I will say, whenever it comes to the actual D&Ding, I'm likely going to pull from my friend group. So, but if everyone that I am pulling from is chill with it, we may actually stream the D&D sessions. Hard to say
Exactly.
though. If nothing
Yep,
else, I'll try to make like wrap up videos, that sort of thing.
precisely. Now, the foremost things that we would like to do tonight before we get before our brains start leaking out our ears and we go completely off the rails, the
Mm-hmm.
ideas that we have for tonight is the foremost creating the star for the solar system
Mm-hmm.
and creating the planet itself.
Mm-hmm.
That way we can start plotting out a lot of the math. I will warn you, these first couple episodes are probably going to be a bit number crunchy.
Oh yeah.
Again, if that's not a thing for you, understandable. If it does interest you, if it does make you want to think a little bit more about this sort of thing, again, check out Artifaction's videos. But anyway, again,
Mm.
we're both having supper tonight and deciding to do a bit of shenanigans.
Yep, yep, yep.
Now, when it comes to stars. Most people know that you have your normal spread. You have your mainline stars,
Yeah,
and those go from blue stars to red giants.
they do indeed.
And I'm not going to paraphrase too much from Artifexian here, but there is a reason that not a lot of planets are considered habitable, whether it be the star dies too quick or the solar winds just nuke the atmosphere.
Hmm.
So, as a general whole, we are keeping ourselves to F, G, and K class stars. Our
Basically,
sun,
mostly yellow stars.
mostly yellow stars. You might start going into yellow, red, yellow, or red, yellow, white. But
Hmm.
for the most part, we're going to be focusing on those mainline yellow stars. Now, most of the numbers we're going to be throwing around, we're going to be bandying about, are based upon our sun, where 1 is equal to our own star.
Hmm.
And as a general rule, when it comes to habitability, the Goldilocks zone is anywhere between 0.6 and 1.4.
So a little over, um, well, under half the size of our star, and a little under twice the size of our star.
Precisely.
Basically, it's a surprising amount of wiggle room too.
There is. There is. And depending on the size of the star you have, it changes a lot of information. But at the
Hmm.
same time, again, lots of fun.
Hmm.
So now, before the stream, I went through and I ended up designing a star of my own just so I could start understanding the math a little bit more. But before I dive into that, Tavi,
Yeah.
since you're going to be the primary DM in this, do you have a area that you feel that you would like the star to be in?
It's going to have to be a little more specific.
Um, Anywhere between zero point 0.6 and 1.4. My
Okay.
recommendation, just so we can keep absolute number crunch out of our head, is don't go past the 100th mark.
Oh yeah, no. We want to keep it. We want to keep it pretty simple here. Yeah, I'm thinking probably. Honestly, I kind of like the idea of it slightly smaller than our star.
Okay.
So maybe uh yes. So on the smaller end.
All right. So if we want to, my suggestion, just again,
Hmm.
a suggestion, we go in increments of 5.
Sounds good.
So it can, so like we can go a point 0.6, a 0.65,
Hmm.
0.7, 0.75.
Hmm.
Do any of those numbers jump out to you or anything like that?
So I'm liking. Let's see. We don't want it under point six. So
Yep.
um. Hmm. Well, I'd say point. Well, let's go somewhere between um point 95 to 0.75.
Okay.
I think that's a nice
Uh,
area.
it is a nice general area. Um,
Not
why don't we
too.
split the difference and go 0.85?
Sounds good. You know me, I'm easy.
Hey, sometimes it's just a little. Uh, um, Sometimes making things easy, especially when you're going to be crunching numbers, is just best for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
So,
we've got a star that is 0.85 the size of the Earth star. So we're probably still in the primary yellow stage,
mm-hmm.
maybe
So,
towards red a little bit, but we're still good. Okay, so past that.
by the way, just to make
Mhm.
sure I did this right, you got the link I sent you to the Google Doc, right?
Yes,
Ah, cool. There you are. All right. So,
I do not have editing permissions though.
shish kebabs. Give me a second.
No issues.
Why don't you? Oh, that's why. Hang on. Hang on. Give me a second, guys. Bonk. Did that help?
Let's see. Can I edit? Maybe if I sign out and back in, that will work.
Might help.
All right.
But yes, please go check out Artifaxian. He has a lovely. I want to say it's an Irish accent. It might be Welsh. I don't know, but it's a lovely accent and very fun to listen to. He makes a lot of jokes. Very chill.
He is very much a joy to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Scottish, but
It's, I don't know.
it is
It's one
United Kingdom.
one of
It's British Isles.
yeah. Frankly, I'm pretty sure it's one of the Gaelic brogues. I couldn't tell you which one.
Now to see if my computer will work with me. Come on, Toaster, you can work. There we go.
Woohoo! All right, can you edit?
Yep.
Sweet.
All right.
Alrighty.
So we've got a star size of 0.7, no, 0.85.
Oh yeah. Yes, second.
There we go.
There we go. For some reason, I can't see you on the thing. Maybe I need to refresh. See if that helped. Maybe. Nah, not worried about
Gotta love computers, right?
it. They're evil. No, I'm kidding.
They can be at times, especially when they don't
Sometimes.
do what you bloody.
I hate this stupid. I hate this stupid machine. I wish they would sell it. It never does just what I want, but only what I tell it.
Yup. Garbage in, garbage out. Gotta love. All right. If I can type, that might also help. So, the first thing that we're looking at is the luminosity of the sun.
Mhm.
I mean, a good chunk of these initial ones aren't necessarily going to be capital I important,
Mhm.
but it's good to have all these numbers down, if nothing else, because we're going to geek out. Why not, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna call this star Alpha because that's a good start name. I think
It is a good start.
it's a start.
We can always rename it later.
Yep. I mean, I'm sure we will once we get a culture in, because they'll call their son something completely different.
Exactly. All right, so the luminosity is the mass of the star to the power of 4.
Okay.
So we've got the star size, which is the mass
Mm-hmm.
of the sun, which is 0.85. So we
Mm.
take 0.85 and take it to the fourth. And what I have been doing is going to the 10,000th mark, 4 points past the decimal,
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
rounding up to the fourth place decimal.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's like we can be super exact, but we're talking about cosmic scale numbers. You can be pretty exact with that, but the more precise you are, it is good to be precise when you're actually dealing with actual cosmological bodies. But when you're world
yes.
building, it's not that important.
And plus, on top of that, if if things don't shape up the way we're thinking they should, we can always go back and recrunch the numbers
and
because
all,
math is hard.
and occasionally we can use, a little bit of a little bit of the element of hand wavium
Exactly.
and say, I don't like that number, so we're just gonna arbitrarily make it this number instead. And it's just like, but that doesn't math out. Shh. Nobody asked you.
Ex- exactly. Now, that actually brings up a very big point when it comes to world building. Yes, Tavi and I are going very scientific. We're trying to make this as real as possible.
It is, however, a fantasy game. There is magic.
There is magic. So, if you decide that you are going to have a blue white star as the sun of your planet's solar system, have at.
In fact, you could make that a very good point for why there's a sun deity. It's literally the deity keeping the sun from going out and supernovaing and
Exactly.
destroying everything. And
Exactly. Heck,
that'd actually be pretty fun.
it might, yeah.
Note to self.
Yup. Um, but actually, that reminds me of another topic. Yes, some of the things that we're working with are very hard science. And I'm going to bring up a thing that a lot of people are probably going to ask about. But Meg, what about Tatooine? It had two suns. Binary star systems do exist.
They do. In fact, Artifaxian actually has a video on that down here somewhere.
It does.
There it is. Two of them, actually.
One where it is like Tatooine, where it's two suns basically sharing the same solar system.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the reverse Tatooine, where the planet gets shared between two solar system suns, effectively.
That
It
poor,
bounces back and forth.
that poor planet.
Yes.
Everybody's gonna die.
Pretty much. And the reason that Tavi and I are not focusing on that is because, yes, we're trying to make this as real as possible. And the amount of math that goes into having a binary star system
You've
blows
basically
what we're working on out of the water.
you've basically got an exponential function here of basically it takes the normal amount of math and like cubes it. So
Darn near.
you sit here and you're just like, yes, we have a few little formulas here and we just plug in the numbers and ta-da, we have a solar system. With a binary solar system, you've got, we have to do that for this star and for this star and for all the effects that has on the other planets and everything else. And we just go,
Yeah,
I don't want to
precisely.
do that.
So we're going to save ourselves the headache
Mm-hmm.
and just stick with a singular star system.
Yep. We're going to stick with one star of a yellow caliber because we don't like causing ourselves that much pain.
I mean, we're causing ourselves a little bit of pain with the math as is, seeing as neither of us really like math to begin with.
Well,
But
there's
we're
this.
doing this for fun.
We're doing this for fun, and to be fair, the numbers don't exist. So, and frankly, all we're doing is taking numbers, formulas that have already been figured out for us, and just plugging in numbers that we're just saying, I like this number, yeet it at the formula, and then using a calculator. So are we actually doing math? No.
No, we are forcing a calculator to bend over backwards.
Yep. We're just slapping a calculator on the ass, making it our bitch.
Yep.
As it sits there, it goes, why?
Yep.
Why are these arbitrary numbers here? It's just like, why did math class ask us how many watermelons can the man fit in his cart? We don't know. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. I mean, quadrantal equations. Exactly.
The only thing I actually enjoyed in math class was Pythagorean's theorem. And once I hit geometry where we had to do proofs, I no longer liked that. Because proofs were the bane of my existence. I was over there going like, bruh, I don't need... Okay, I get that you're sitting here going like, okay, it works this way because this is the way it works. And I'm just like, I don't need to know why it works. I just need to know what works and what situations it works in, and that's it. Why the heck do I need to know why it works? So that you can do calculus. I'm never gonna use calculus. I don't use calculus to do my taxes. But that's just me.
I'm not going to talk down on individuals who do enjoy math.
Oh, no.
It is something that we're not talking down on people who enjoy math.
Oh, no. Please, by all means.
We want to emphasize that.
If you like math, you're a better person than we are. You have infinite patience, and we sit here and go like, thank you for existing.
Numbers.
You're great.
Numbers mean what?
But big number, hurt head, dumb person here.
Yeah.
Look, we're over here with ADHD, and I've got dyslexia, and probably a little bit dyscalculia. Number make head go brrr in the worst possible way.
Exactly.
Especially once I start switching around digits. So as you can see, I'm making Matt do all the work here. Because I don't like numbers, and I'm more of an idea man.
That's completely understandable. Plus, as I mentioned before the stream, I went out and made a star on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, all right, I have all the numbers down here.
So Matt knows what he's doing. I'm just sitting here going like, hey, what if...
he's doing.
Matt has a vague idea on what's going on. I'm over here going like, I don't know anything, so I'm going to sit here and talk at you guys. And hope nobody notices that I'm not doing anything. Of course, they kind of do because I have my keyboard up for all to see. But, shh. Oh
boy.
So, you think we've driven them crazy yet?
If not, we'll get there in time.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going down the list. So far, we've got the luminosity, which is the brightness of the sun.
It's how bright it shines. Does it
in
basically
comparison to our own.
does it actually block out the rest of the star? Well, that's also partially to do with the atmosphere, but does it actually block out the rest of the stars? Or when it shines, is it just marginally brighter than the moon?
Honestly, when it comes to this sun, it's about half the brightness of our actual sun.
Yeah.
Just a little over half the brightness of our sun.
Still burns your eyes out, but not as bad.
Probably would look like our sun with a bit of a dimmer on it, all things considered.
So like our sun
Or
on a cloudy day. Sorry, ice in my mouth.
that's actually probably a good idea. That's probably a good perception of it.
And since it's smaller, it's probably not. Wait, do the smaller stars let out more UV light or less?
That is the wrong question to ask.
That's
Because
fair.
I don't know. I do know that if you get smaller than K-sized stars, the habitability word English, I
Habitability.
speak it. That word, yes, that zone is so close to the sun, so close to the star that it pretty much
Boils off, yeah.
burns off the
Dude,
atmosphere.
don't judge my search history, okay? Stars give more UV light. Lower mass and light type stars retain high levels of UV activity. Yeah. So, then big, then big stars have more UV, whatever. Well, that doesn't help me. Okay, the results reveal high levels of UV activity. Give me a second. Getting on space.com. So glad I invested in an ad blocker. Speaking of which, is my ad blocker on? Yeah, it's good. Sorry. Continuing. You still there, bud? Matt? Matt, did I lose you? Matt? Ah! I lost him.
And am I back?
Yeah, you're back. Whew! I lost you there.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Shish kebabs. Hang on, guys. Having some slight difficulties.
And can we hear me?
Can you hear me? Dang it.
I'm sorry, if you can hear me, I cannot hear you. Let's both DC and try this again.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me?
Joined call. Why can I not hear you?
Ah, dang it. Excuse us, guys.
I do
Technical
apologize.
difficulties.
Apparently, we're having technical issues tonight.
And we're back. So sorry about that.
Yay, technical issues.
Yay. So,
My headset decided to bork on me.
it be like that sometimes.
It really do.
Um, so, and I think you can see the screen share I put up on the disc of the cord.
That I can.
Good. Um, I'm pretty sure it was saying that bigger ones. So give me a second. Yeah, they have the bigger stars have more UV light, so yeah, no, we good. Also, hello, this is my campfire blaze thing. I am not sponsored by Campfire Blaze, but definitely check them out. They're cool. I like their stuff.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun. Okay.
Alright,
So yeah.
back to business.
Yeah, so we were
Let's see.
talking about the brightness. So yeah, no, it wouldn't give off as much UV light, which means sunburn is less of a thing. Less, slightly less. Not even if it's half as bright, it's still bright enough to get to hoit you just a little bit. Sorry about the shaking and the crunching noises. I crunch ice.
Don't we all?
No, from what I've heard.
There are people who crunch ice and there are sociopaths.
Where's the lie? Oh
Alright, so let's see. Oh, now we get to one of the most important numbers.
Yeah.
The liquid zone base of the.
Aha.
This is, for those who are following with us,
Following along at
most
home.
of the information I have just put down, like luminosity, luminosity, the diameter, the surface temp, the life, those aren't really quote unquote useful, but this is the primary reason why we've gone through these numbers. The liquid zone of a star is basically the star's Goldilocks zone. This is the area where water can maintain a liquid state, which, to our current perception, based on of our perception of life, is where planets need to be to actually be inhabited.
By the way, we're probably not going into anything like so crazy as like silicon-based life forms.
No,
I don't even know how we
no.
begin with that.
Um,
we're only going to be scratching the surface on biology, and we're going to be being very hand wavy. Again,
Neither
magic.
of us are biologists. We are not
Let's
doing this
clarify.
because
Neither of us are scientists in any
neither of
respect.
us are scientists.
I don't even have a bachelor's degree, okay? I have a high school diploma.
Same. Same. We are doing this primarily for fun. Yes, we do know that other things exist out there, so before someone's like, but you forgot about this sort of life, it's like,
We know,
uh,
we just don't care.
it, correction, it's not that we don't care. We don't have enough personal knowledge and expertise to be able to put numbers down.
Yeah, we don't know enough to do stuff like that. We're not that smart, guys.
All right. So the liquid zone base, we take we take the square root of luminosity. I don't know.
What don't we know? Because if you don't know it, I don't know it.
Yep. My computer's just being obnoxious.
Oof.
1 sec.
F in the chat for his computer.
So we take the square root
Mm-hmm.
of the luminosity, which we have up here.
Yeah. Yep.
So we take 0.5. Computer
It
point
doesn't want
five
to.
two two, and we get this square root of 0.552. So the base zone is 0.7225, rounded up to the nearest 10.
Gotcha. All right. Give me a quick second as I'm
So
adjusting a few numbers on my stream.
no issues.
Yeah, it should make us a little bit more even on loudness. So yeah. Yeah, we can hear it. We can hear much better now. Okay.
There we go. And for the maximum range, we have now the above number, the 0.725, that is in AU, astronomical units,
Yep.
basis of which is the standard distance between Earth and the Sun is
Mhm.
1.
Mhm. Basically, this is think of this as cosmological miles. Actually,
Yeah,
is it closer to miles or is it closer to feet? It's probably closer to feet.
semantics.
This is semantics, but yes. And it's probably closer to feet because light years is usually what you think in terms of big distances from things. So probably in terms of feet.
Again, semantics. It can probably be argued either way.
I mean,
Let's
quite frankly, I'm over here still talking about the imperial system instead of metric system. So does it
metric.
matter? Not really.
Nope.
This is on such a big scale that our tiny minds can just barely comprehend it.
Are
Yay! Existential
exactly.
crisis.
to our mind, to our minds, the equivalent is leprechauns to unicorn poop.
Yep. Our tiny little brains are just literally not built to handle all this. So yeah. We're doing the best we can with what we got.
All right, now we get into some.
Get into some numbers. You still there? Yeah. You're
I'm still here. I'm just.
very good.
All right. Ability area.
I just realized I hadn't promoted my Twitch like anywhere but Twitter, so give me a second while I start yeeting promos into Discords. But please continue. You're good.
No issues. And once you do that, once you do that, we can go over introductions and such because I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. I feeded some things in there. I don't know that we have any new viewers. Unlikely. It'll probably take a while for new viewers to show up. But
We'll see.
anyways.
Yep. All right. So we've got the minimum range. And yes, I am rounding up to the nearest 10,000.
Again, the teeny tiny little numbers that go on forever are more for the actual astrophysicists who are sitting here trying to figure out how the world works so that we can, either just because it's cool to know or so that we can possibly someday get into the stars. And you kind of need to know down to the finest minute detail of exactly where things are, because if you don't, your ship
you could
crashes
get a lot of
into
people,
something.
Yeah, you could get a lot of people killed.
Or misses gravely, and now you're just yeeting yourself into the infinity of space, and bye-bye. Oh, hello, Ash. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. We are currently world building. This is my buddy Met.
Hello.
We're currently working on a star. Yeah. Lots of math. We're not doing meth. You don't understand, that's okay, neither do I.
Math. I don't know if there's a difference.
Accurate. You were watching anime before coming by. I don't think I can make this kind of math anime for you. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
But yeah, no, we are making a star to put in a solar system to make a planet for a D&D campaign.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing does make sense, so yeah.
Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, where nothing makes sense and the points are made up.
Where the points don't matter.
And the lines are made up anyway.
Oh, gosh. But yeah.
That was a good show.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Okay.
We were watching Yuri on Ice. Ooh! My
That's
gay
a good
babies.
show.
I love Yuri on Ice. It's so much fun.
Yup. All
I
right, so
go ahead. Yeah.
now that we have the primary areas that we're going to be dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
the the primary aspect that we're going to be dealing with is this right here,
Yeah.
the liquid zone.
Do I need to make
Now,
like a little drawing tablet for this to help what's the word?
not right this moment.
No. Okay. Well, I have my
Not right this
drawing
moment.
program up and ready to go whenever it's time.
Well, at this point, we're just basically figuring out where the fence markers are
Mm.
because each and every star has its own liquid zone,
Yeah.
which makes it habitable for our perception of life.
Mm.
The two other barriers that we need to keep in mind are the inner and the outer barrier,
Yeah.
inner and outer boundaries.
Because we need to know
Now,
where it is, basically.
yep. Now, the inner boundary is very simple to understand.
Yeah.
If a planetoid of any sort is inside this boundary, sun go
Yeah.
yum.
Sun goes nom 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 to all the water, and we don't
No,
get
not
any.
just the water. Not just the
Just
water. If it's inside this inner boundary, it straight up Yoshi's the planet.
oh yeah,
It
that's no good.
Kirby's the planet.
Whoa, my computer just did a thing. Okay, that
Are we
happened.
okay?
Maybe. And my computer did the fritz for a second. Yep. It's all good. All good. All good.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Now
Yeah.
the
Very
inner
good.
and
Yep.
outer boundaries are the two primary areas that we need to know besides the liquid zone.
Mm-hmm.
Because these boundaries show whether a planet just gets Yoshi'd or yeeted.
Yeah. Basically, this is the thing of, does it get sucked in by the sun's gravity, or does it get pushed out of the solar system because it's not close enough?
Now, this final one that I'm putting in here, the frost line, is also important once we start building the actual system itself, instead of just the sun and the first planet that we're dealing with,
Yes,
and the
Ash, we are
habited planet.
finding the sweet spot. So right now, what we're doing is we're finding the big TM sweet spot. So basically, if you think of this is finding the general area. Then we're looking for the exact cutoff of where if you go further than this, you gonna be frozen, and there ain't gonna be any life. Sorry. Because everything will be too cold. And then we will find the actual sweet spot of where everything goes.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
At this point, we're just marking fence posts.
Oh, nice. I just got rated. Woohoo!
Welcome,
I
people.
think something may have gone wonky with my stream. Give me a second.
Yeah,
Let me
not a
double
problem.
check that it's still, showing what it needs to show. Mm-mm. Give me a second. Got some slight issues here. Only slight. Alright, give me a second. Hello. Alright, give me a second here. I gotta adjust a couple things. Keep talking to him about world building, Matt.
Well, for those who have just joined us, Tavi and I had decided, after completely spazzing out on a thing, that we were going to spend some time world building. And we decided to go down the rabbit hole. Most people have done some building at some point, whether it's just designing their own cities, designing their own cultures, stuff like that. We're going the whole nine yards. We are designing everything from the solar system up.
Mm-hmm.
I am getting a bit of an echo.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Which means I am too. Sorry, I had my Twitch playing to make sure I was seeing what I was showing. Oops. Continue.
All right. Sorry, I just taken a big bite of food. Sorry.
we're also eating dinner. I wolfed mine down, so mine's done. But Matt has to eat because
Well,
we're human beings that require food.
I probably should put up the rest because I ended up getting something rather greasy. It was very tasty. My stomach's gonna hate me later for it, though.
Whoops. All
Nah,
right. I have.
whoops is the wrong word. It's just, this is how life's going to be. I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts and die how I bloody want. Thank you.
That's fair. Make sure you make. Yeah. I got that done now, so it's all good. Um, will warn those who are here. I have lost a visual on my. Hang on, actually, give me a second. No, I just cannot interact with my Twitch right now, with my streaming service right now. So yeah. Um, just as a slight warning, letting you guys know, my Streamlabs is acting up, but don't worry. I clearly y'all can see it, so we're good there. Um, I may have to do a thing where I end the stream prematurely and then start over. I hope I don't have to do that. That would suck. But seeing as, yeah, no, I'm gonna have to start it over. Alright, give me a second, guys. I gotta start the stream over, so
Hey, just come back. We'll be back in a moment.
we'll be right here. Oh no. It is. She's dead, Jim.
Oh no.
I've got a task manager this thing.
Oh no.
Oh yes. This is very bad.
Oh no.
Oh no, where is it? Oh no. It went down. Okay, we might be okay. Maybe. The weirdest thing is it's still showing the stream is going.
Huh.
Oh dear. Houston, we have a problem.
Oh no. Where
Open.
is.
Why? Why does the world hate me? Ah! It just streams for eternity.
Oh no.
Oh god. Okay, give me a second. Let's get the run function out. Yeah, okay, give me a second. I'm so sorry, guys.
Well, if nothing else, starting up the stream again has us at the perfect position where we just finished up the majority of the stuff for the sun.
Yeah, the thing
For the
is,
star.
the stream is still going. I just don't
Oh
have
no.
access to the program. Yay!
Uh,
Rip.
yeah. Let's see.
This is a thing. What? Yeah. Um I am so sorry guys. I'm going to have to restart my computer.
Yep.
It just died. All right. I'll be right back. See you guys in a second. This is wow.
See you then, Tobby.
Yeah.